Did Urianger seem strange to you? More so than usual, I mean. I know he has a penchant for keeping his own counsel, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried. Did you go and see if he's alright? Shtella and I will remain here and see what else we can learn about the final days. If you hurry, perhaps you can catch up to him. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna see what he's up to. Like, come on. Oh, there he is. There he is. Urianger appears to be heading towards the entrance to Bestway's burrow. What are you up to, Urianger? Like, come on, bruh. Oh no, is this gonna be another mission where it's like you have to sneak around? I hope not. Oh no, it is gonna be like this. No! I don't want this minigame! I don't want this minigame, guys! No! Oh no. Oh no. Ah, fuck, bro. I already do not like this. Where do I hide? Please. Don't even move. Who's there? No one's here. Please, just keep going. Urianger, please, it's just me. Please, I beg. No, come on. Oh my god. I'm going to lose him. Oh my god, it wasn't even that far. That was I was like so scared. What are you doing, bro? I need to know.
Thine arrival is timely as ever. Thou didst chance to overhear my conversation with Living Way, I presume?
Yes.
'Twas not mine intent to move in shadow. Nevertheless, I have been asked to do that and more yet again.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Urianger.
Is it so plain that these strangers could intuit it at a glance? My capacity for silence and secrecy, and duplicity.
Oh.
When Grahatir did contrive to deliver the first at the price of his own life, I was complicit in the scheme. A sacrifice averted for a mercy. Would that I could say the same for Menphilia. One life for one world. And by that bloody bargain brokered by my hand were the scions robbed of a dear comrade, and Flamine her beloved daughter. Two souls, whose selflessness was beyond measure, whose resolve was unshakable. They would not be moved even had I thought to protest. But protest I did not. Far from it. I pushed them forward. No effort did I make to seek out alternatives, ones that would not demand such terrible costs. That resignation weigheth heavy on my mind, as does the memory of another lost to mine inaction. Dearest Moonbringer,
Oh my
who
god!
did face death unflinching, that we might secure a means to bring low the Ascians. In her hour of need, I did naught. Dutiful disciple of Louisoix, ever looking to the greater good. Had I shut mine eyes and bid her live instead, mayhap she would be with us today.
Bro, you love her. Oh.
Selfish wants, born of everlasting regrets. Most days I put them from my mind, but could think of naught else when asked to swallow the same bitter draught. Subterfuge and sacrifice. Mayhap the right moral choice, but one I regard with great trepidation. The calamity of Amarot was a tragedy beyond reckoning, one which must never again come to pass. Thus must we struggle, haunted by ghosts of those we have lost, clinging to those we pray we can yet save. But what of those we cannot? How do we make peace with the dreadful algebra of necessity?
Sometimes there's no right answer.
I am not alone in my discomfort, then? 'Tis surprising, though perhaps not. We scions are wont to debate strategy at length, but are resolute and unwavering in execution. Strange. Scarcely can I remember when last we spoke alone, and so candidly. I thank thee. For all my supposed skill with words, I find it difficult to express such private thoughts.
Oh.
As for the Loporrit's proposition, I will take time and consider how to respond. 'Twould be to our mutual benefit if we could converse more openly with our aspiring caretakers. a concern I should be glad to address on the Scion's behalf. To dispense with all pretense and bare one's heart to another is a frightening thing indeed. But we cannot move forward ere we take that bold first step. A lesson I have learned many times before, and today.
What are they saying? Curse these ears and her barrel! No matter. We've got our plans.
Okay. That was so sweet. That was such a good development for Orianji! In truth, my reason for traveling hither was to effect a plan of my own. A plan which may pave a way forward for us all. May, I say, for there's no guarantee of success. 'Tis the reason I set out alone. That failure, should it come, would be mine to bear alone. Yet thou standest before me with proffered hand and open heart. 'Twould be remiss of me to refuse thy amity. And so I ask, wouldst thou join in mine endeavor? Yes, of course. I thank thee for accompanying me. 'Tis a simple plan, in truth. We should not be long away from the Bestways Burrow. Difficult decisions must needs be made in the coming days, but I nevertheless believe we are all of one mind in our desire to save the people of Aetheris. To make clear our resolve to the Lockports, I would offer them a gift, but its making doth require a most singular ingredient. Carrots? Probably not carrots. Maybe. Who knows? Lovingways Darlings. Okay. Ah, an abundance of spongeoy. Excellent. I chanced to spy this aggregation when crossing Zodiark's erstwhile prison. Using a spell taught to me by the Numo, I believe these shall suffice for the gift I would fashion. The magic requireth considerable concentration, however. Might I prevail upon thee to stand watch whilst I perform the incantation? Alright. Stand and watch. Okay. Oh, there's more. No, I don't want more. Surveying the nearby area, you see no sign of potential threats. This would be a good opportunity to see how Urianger is faring. Urianger remains fixated on his work. There. 'Tis done. A magicked ink. Every on's as efficacious as that crafted by the Pneumo. Rare is the occasion I would conjure mine own, but is nevertheless a most useful skill. The resulting product is, admittedly, possessed of no preternatural properties, but its hue is one of my own choosing, which I pray the Loporrits will appreciate. Nemu, Urianger! Oh, thank goodness! I thought you had been eaten, or perhaps fallen into a crater. Y'shtola has been looking all over for you, Nemu. She says she needs to speak with you about something most urgent, dire even. She was also quite clear that she wishes to speak with Nemu alone, which means, I'm afraid, you must stay behind, Urianger. But worry not. It just so happens we need help with an errand, delivering a package from the Watcher's Palace to Bestwaysboro. It's quite large and heavy, perhaps even too heavy, for we poor Loporrits, and we would ever be so grateful if you can lend us a hand. That's convenient, suspiciously convenient. What about an extra pair of hands before I go meet with Y'shtola? No, that won't be necessary. Urianger's help should be more than suffice. Okay. And I'm sure you won't want to risk getting on Y'shtola's bad side by keeping her waiting. She seems prickly. Now, off with you. Worry not, Nemu. I shan't be long. Okay. It does sound convenient. Okay. Oh, Nemu, we thought you'd be away for far longer. A dire emergency? I said no such thing. Oh shit, but as you are here, I could use your assistance with one small matter. Runningway, a companion of Growingway's, apparently has much to tell us of the final days. Problem, however, is that he is determined to live up to his name, refusing to stay long enough for us to hold a conversation. Is there anywhere he's likely to stop and rest? Or perhaps there's a way to slow him down? What's the rush? I was thinking we could wait here and maybe enjoy a cold mug of carrot juice and... No? Well, it's really that important. You could try using these balls of most flesh. Not to be confused with the other thing. Ahem. Runningway's other notable feature is his incessant chatter, so you'll have no trouble finding him in a crowd. And when you do, try lobbing your balls at him. Oh my god. Crude. But if it proves effective, he was here in the Greatest Endsvale when last I saw him. Let's split up and find him. Oh, fuck. Those frickin' Loporrits got me separated for a reason. It's very sus now. Search your surroundings for... okay. Where is he? Come on. No! 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 Oh my god. Yes, I'm running away. Do you mind explaining why you hit me with a face with your balls of moose flesh? I'm highly knowledgeable about the final days. Ha! That's the most ridiculous thing I've heard since I woke up. Who told you that joke? As we've got time to look into the final days when there's so much to do before the Great Voyage. It's true that Heidelin did impart to us some knowledge of the event, but I know about as much as any other lawbrit around here. Less, probably. I don't know why anyone would think it's funny to go around telling people I'm an expert, but they better hope I don't get my paws on them. Sorry I couldn't be more of help, but if there's nothing else, I've work to do. And I'm off! This was all a big waste of time. Why did Living Way meet? Oh my god, Living Way is being sus. I could find neither hide nor hair of him. How did you fare? So, he knows no more than the others. Care to explain yourself, Growing Way? Well, you see, I misremembered. That's it. I misremembered. Terribly sorry about that. Sure. Afraid I'm drawing a blank, though. Try as I might, I can't remember who I was thinking of. On an unrelated note, what of Urianger? I assume you spoke with him earlier. Did he say anything when? Did he say when he'll be returning? On his way to the Watcher's Palace with Living Way? Between Growing Way's sudden lapse of memory and our lack of other leads, maybe our time would be better spent lending Urianger a hand. Yes. Yes, indeed. Wait, what? Now hold a moment. It's all coming back to me. Yes, I remember. The information you're looking for is in the archives. Yes, that's where you'll find all sorts of useful knowledge, including that pertaining to the final days. This is becoming sus! They are becoming sus! Why? Why? Yeah, I'm growing tired of these games. Yeah, exactly. Heart of the matter. Oh. Oh, what to do? I promised the Living Way I would help, but... No, I promised I'd help, so that's what I'll do. The archives on the second floor of the main plaza, in the eastern wing. Follow me. I suspect the Lopperits are up to something, but if there's aught to be learned of the final days, I think it's best we play along. For now, at least. What other knowledge do you suppose we can glean from their archives? Architecture of this place is impressive, though more than a little confusing to navigate. Is it too much to ask for clearly marked exits? Or a map, perhaps? The archives are right through this door, but it seems to be locked. I guess we'll have to go and find whoever has the key. Growingly, enough. If you're not else to tell us of the final days, you need only say so. We can ill afford to be wasting time here, as you well know. Did you yourselves not tell us why we must act quickly? Yes, we did, but the moon was to be perfect paradise for the people of the Theris, and we're running out of time making everything ready for their arrival. We'd hope you'd see the wonders we have to offer. You found nothing but faults and flaws in our work. Only one you saw our potential. So others must be kept here. Only one of you saw our potential, so others must be kept here. Oh, so it has to be Urianger. Damn. So that's Living Wings' game. Run us about in circles, and failing that, lock us away so we can't put the plan at risk. Everyone except Urianger. We understand what it is at stake, what must be done. I fear you misjudged us in Growing Way. Never have we decried the notion of using the moon as a means of escape. That said, my heart breaks at the thought of abandoning Etheris and her reflections to their doom. If there is a way to avert the final days, I wish to find it. We all do. We may fail, but our efforts would never be at the expense of your plans. But why would you take that risk? There's no rooms for ifs and maybes now. The people of Etheris will escape here to the moon. They'll be safe, and we'll finally get to see all their happy, smiling faces. They won't be happy when it's gone, bro. It's not gonna work out. I'm sorry, but we can't let you leave. We just can't. Uh-oh. Oh no. Do what you must, but try not to hurt them. I'll be back in a moment. Don't do anything rash while I'm gone. You underestimate us. If we dally, they'll overwhelm us with sheer numbers. I say we knock these ones out, split up, and make our way to the exit. Agreed. Let us reconvene where Argos waits outside. Oh no! No! Surrender! You want to escape! Seize her! Oh no! We need reinforcements. I'm so sorry, guys. Ow, that hurt! Scream for it now. She's too powerful! I'm so sorry, Growing Way. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. have to save them. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We have to get going. We have to catch up to Urianger. Yeah, I'm hoping I didn't. Good, you're here. We must hurry to the Watcher's Palace and find Urianger. Ah! Oh no! Urianger!
And what, pray tell, do we seek at the Watcher's Palace?
Yeah. Question them.
Oh, come off it, friend. You know full well why we're here. The time has come for you to return to Aetheris and help your brethren prepare for their journey here and beyond.
Forgive me, Living Way, but I cannot in good conscience proceed with this plan.
Huh? But what about the final days? The death and the doom? Oh, we have to hurry before it's too late.
Your unflagging commitment to your duty is endearing, to say the least.
Oh, bugger!
Be at ease. They bear you no grudge, nor do I. How could we, having come to understand your purpose? For millennia, you and yours worked tirelessly towards the singular purpose of this heavenly vessel's construction. An arduous feat by any measure. 'Tis clear you have spared no effort. Why, your very names are a testament to your dedication.
Our names? I'm not sure I understand what you're getting at.
Names are an expression of the self. A declaration of one's hopes and aspirations. Your use of contemporary, uncomplicated nomenclature doth ensure clarity of purpose. There can be no doubt that your love for the people of Aetheris is boundless and pure.
Yes! Yes! A most mellifluous phrasing. We Loporrits were born of Hydaelyn's love for Aetheris. That shining, shimmering blue jewel, brightest star in the sky, brimming with life and possibilities. For as long as I can remember, I've toiled in anticipation of the day when this vessel might be needed. All I've ever wanted was to meet those she cherished so dearly. To serve and serve well.
Oh.
That goes for all of us. Don't you see? So help us. Help us help them. Lead them here where we can keep them safe.
Oh.
If there's anything wrong with what we've built, we'll fix it. We'll make it right.
Oh.
Your works want not for repair. Yet there remaineth much for you to learn of men, and your own kin besides. Singing Way, thy name bespeaketh more than the simple marriage of rhythm and rhyme. The songs of Etheris are beyond counting, and span the length and breadth of emotion. Maps are monuments to man's pioneering spirit and his devotion to charting the furthest reaches of our star. Many have devoted their lifetimes to exploratory pursuits, to venture unto the highest mountains and the deepest oceans in search of unknown frontiers. And thou, my friend, I do not think we've met.
My name is Pudding Way.
Oh, Pudding Way!
Pudding Way? Yes, indeed. A name of deep and abiding significance, I'm sure. But one perhaps better communicated through delicious deeds than tasteless words. A judicious application of fey magics at a later juncture may be appropriate. And Living Way. 'Tis no easy feat to convey the significance of thy moniker. When I was a bookish boy, a dear friend of mine was fond of peppering me with questions as I read, to my occasional annoyance. One day, I posed to her a question of mine own. What doth it mean to live? After much contemplation, she proffered this answer. The anticipation of a half-read story's conclusion. The hope today's mistake may serve as tomorrow's lesson. The wish that a new acquaintance may one day call thee friend. She believed it to be all these moments and more.
Oh.
I want to understand, but...
I, too, still labor to find mine own answer. 'Twould be my pleasure to assist you and yours in embarking on a journey of self-discovery and enlightenment.
Oh.
For thee.
Ink.
Ink as blue as the waters of Etheris. Made in haste, though I assure thee, the quality has not suffered for it. The people need not be persuaded by honeyed words. Nay, I have faith they shall do what is right in due course. Until they do, I beg your patience, friends. And with that ink, let us fill the empty pages of Living Way's compendium.
Oh.
An open exchange of ideas will surely afford you all a better understanding of modern man, and with it, ideas for improvements and renovations. But more importantly, it shall empower us to together find a way forward.
I hope you're right. Thank you for this lovely gift.
Oh.
There you have it. I shall remain with the Loporrits to ensure that all is in order. Though we must needs prepare for every eventuality, you would all agree that the evacuation of our star is a last resort. To accept failure is to accept the demise not only of our star, but that of Reen's, of all reflections, and the souls that call them home. which is why I have every faith that you shall fight to the last, that such drastic measures may prove unnecessary.
Should the worst come to the worst, and I pray deeply that it won't, I'll take comfort in knowing preparations were made under your watchful eye.
Aye, thou mayest be assured that if calamity cometh, not a soul will be left behind, if being the operative term.
Red? Oh, the Watcher. Yeah, Heidelin gave it. Oh, very like her. Huh? Elpis? Okay.
I hate to interrupt, but I feel like I need to make amends for all the secrecy.
Amends is all you can do. Yeah, don't worry.
Think nothing of it.
Yeah.
We haven't been the most gracious of guests.
Oh.
Do convey our apologies to Growingway and the others.
Mm-hmm. Yes, please.
But of course! And when next we welcome more guests from Aetheris, we'll have learned to be much more hospitable hosts. Oh, and circling back to the matter of inappropriate secrecy, we ought to discuss our benefactors.
Agreed. The Charlayan Forum, yes?
Yes! I fucking knew it! That's where those are the collaborators!
What? How did you know?
The more I heard, the more obvious it became. The Forum's aims align closely with those of your anonymous patrons. A telling coincidence would be an understatement. Though had we not taken it upon ourselves to peruse certain restricted tones in Labyrinthos, we might still be unaware of their plans. But let us continue this discussion upon our return. I dare say we have kept Alphino and the others waiting long enough.
Guess Urianger is staying here. Oh, this is all rather embarrassing, isn't it? Wasn't it? At least we're on the same page now. People and Aetheris. We'll save both. Or at least give it a good try. Tell Growingway I look forward to our next walk together. I will. I'm sure he'll be glad to hear it. There's little I can do to help stop the final days, but should you need for know of a traversal, look no further. Such knowledge I can offer in abundance, so do not hesitate if you find yourself wanting. Others will be happy to hear Urianger is going to stay and teach us all about Aetheris. We'll have to be careful not to get too distracted by his lessons. There's still maintenance to carry out after all. Nice to meet you. Name's Puddingway. Sorry again for all the trouble. We promise we'll do better. Honest. Babies. The Loprits think so highly of the people of Aetheris, yet it seems its evacuation plan is the only way they know how to express their adoration. If we had been more clear in our intentions from the start, mayhap we would have avoided this wrinkle. Something to keep in mind in the future. A declaration of hopes and aspirations. I hadn't thought of it that way before. The Loports may be in good hands now, but it doesn't change the fact that their plan is the last resort I'd rather not employ. Let's see it doesn't come to that. But the first in all of the other reflections. I love that he had green in the back of his thoughts. You miss her. I chanced to spy you across the chasm, and I feared something was amiss. But all is well, and more importantly, I have been given the opportunity to behold a wonderful sight. Keep the Elpis close, and its light will be your guide. Alright, Urianger. I'll have to see you later. It was a relief to see Livingway was pleased with my gift of ink. To serve and serve well. Though their knowledge may be lacking, their boundless love is a blessing without peer. It would be no easy task to prepare them for what needs to be done. But gladly do I embrace this duty, even if it doth necessitate that we part ways for a time. Forgive me my absence, but I have the utmost faith in you, in all our fellow scions. When I return to Aetheris, I pray I find you all in good health and good spirits. Why does it sound like a goodbye? Okay. I don't know when we'll see him again. With the Loporus in Urianger's capable hands, we needn't worry about the affairs here in our absence. Knowing now the face of their earthly collaborators, there is much to discuss with Alphinaud and the others. Let us return to the Tower of Babel. Our battle for the star will soon begin its earnest, and we must be prepared. Okay. Speak with Thancred at the Nether Gate. I'd forgotten how cold it was here in Gallermald, a testament to the Loporits' ingenuity that I felt no such discomfort on the moon. Gods, I can scarcely believe we went to the moon and back. But we'll have time to reflect on that later. Right now, we need to head back to Camp Broken Glass and deliver a thoroughly detailed report to Lucia. I'd like very much to know how everyone is getting on here as well. They'd only just begun to treat the tempered prisoners when we left. I share your curiosity, but warning our allies of the final days is of greater importance. I speak not only for the contingent, of course. The heads of state of every nation must know what we have learned. We know not when or where in what manner the final days will begin to manifest, and so we must see everyone is prepared. Agreed. Though I may wish to stress the importance of discretion, lest the public be sent into panic. Not that everyone is in a position of responsibility should need to be told as much, but it bears repeating. Anyway, things first. To Camp Broken Glass. Okay. It's good to see you all again. No worse for your lunar adventure, I hope. We've done what we can for now, and believe me, we intend to tell you all about it. But before we do, might you tell us what's become of Garlemald in our absence? We succeeded in subduing the Tempered inside the Tower of Babel. We took many alive, but combined with those who are already in their custody, the numbering requiring care has grown exponentially. Inclement conditions here have made it difficult, if not impossible, to treat them all here, and so we have petitioned the aid of the allied nations. Some are, understandably, hesitant to offer assistance, particularly those that were but recently subject to imperial occupation. That said, several others have agreed to grant them refuge for treatment. With the assistance of your fellow scions, we endeavor to see them safely transported and subsequently cured of their tempering. Will all the tempered be relocated? Not all, no. We have sufficient shelter to attend to those whose treatment has begun, and enough healers to have volunteered to remain until their patients have recovered. Euless is one such patient, though he is not yet fit to receive visitors. Oh. Truth be told, it was a miracle he and those in his company were not harmed in the chaos. If not for Alphino and Alize's timely assistance, I dare say none of them would be with us today. In light of recent developments, have the Alliance leaders come to any decisions regarding Garlemald? Given the tremendous ramifications of what has happened here, it will take time to determine what must be done. In the meantime, they intend to work with the Eastern Alliance to keep close watch over the provinces. We have other news to share. Shortly after Anima was defeated, we received reports that each and every tower has vanished. Oh, that's good. For a mercy, the process was apparently not quite as violent as you experienced in Thavnair. Those who were trapped within them have been rescued and are receiving treatment. To hasten this endeavor, the beast tribes have received instruction in the magics needed to cure tempering. Master Matoya is no doubt thrilled the Mother Porksy affords her so many visitors. Yes, we are grateful for her ongoing efforts, as well as those of our comrades near and far. As for the contingent, several of our members have been granted leave to return to their homelands after the transfer of Tempered has been completed. Lucia and I will remain, along with a small force to continue offering aid to those here in Garlemald. The Empire may be no more, but there are yet those who call these lands home. I believe that accounts for recent events here. So, what of the moon in the Tloforoi? Oh god. Oh god! Final days. Gods, I pray your victory would mark the end of our troubles. There is still much we do not know, but the Alliance leaders must be told. Would you be willing to contact them in our stead? Yes, of course. I will send word forthwith. We'll also release your fellow scions from their present duties, that they may return to Sharlayan. Your energies are better spent finding the means to avert the coming apocalypse. Speaking of your fellow scions, you will be happy to hear that Mistress Kryle, though still on the mend, has been moved to the Baldessian Annex and given into Tatara's care. Thank you. I look forward to seeing them both upon our return. Let us be on our way then. One last thing, if I may. After your confrontation with Zodiark, you said Xenos took his leave, and in all likelihood, he has returned here to Garlemald. I have a mind to dispatch scouts to try and ascertain his whereabouts, but first wished to ask if you believe there is merit in doing so. If they found him, they would likely not live to tell the tale. Suppose you're right. To dispatch good soldiers in pursuit of such a beast would be to send them to their deaths. Yes. It's better not to. Pray, forget I entertained the notion. While on the subject of Xenos, the 10th Legion has made an official proclamation. They denounced the Crown Prince and condemned his role in the Empire's downfall. His very title has become a source of shame among his former subjects, and its continued use serves only to hinder relations with foreign nations. For this reason, he has declared as Xenos Viator Galvus, outcast and enemy of Garlemald. Oh. And Daniel is no more, and now his own people turned against him. It seems he's naught but his bloodlust to keep him company. Better that than an army to see it stated. At any rate, I will not keep you longer. I pray you safe passage back to Charlian. Rip. Oh, baby Kryl. You're okay. Oh, it's good to see you. And free from chiblains, I take it? You'll be pleased to know that everything's been kept in order since you've been away. I even brought a few useful knickknacks with me from back home. But no sooner had they arrived than I received word of Kryl in poor health. And you on the moon. If you meant to give me a fright, you succeeded. Oh, I'm so sorry. Welcome back, Nemu. We were so terribly worried about you. Though it is plain I have caused my own fair share of worry, and for that, I apologize. Heidelin called to me that day when you entered the Tower of Battle. Her pleas were faint, but desperate, and I knew once she required a vessel to carry out her will. What came after feels like a dream barely remembered, my body flowing through the life stream toward Garlemald. When I regained consciousness, I was all aches and frostbite, exhausted of ether. So exhausted, in fact, I can only laugh. For it was that, in that moment, I understood what Raha's weariness from the Tower of Zot. But that I could laugh at a time like this. Though we prevented Zodiark from being unleashed upon the world, I'm curious to know what else took place on the moon. Oh, you don't know. Oh. Perhaps we should wait for the others to join us before you give your account. Let us reconvene in the main hall once they've arrived. Okay. Hey! Sorry to have kept you waiting. Not at all. We understand you've been quite busy. Will Oriange be joining us? He's got other plans. Duty keeps him away, I'm afraid. Though Nemu can explain why better than I. Final days, as befell Almarat. And we are to escape via the moon? What of the source and its reflections? I have no intention of standing by while the world falls to ruin. So, how do we stop this? Unfortunately, we have no answers at present. If the celestial currents have grown stagnant, as was the case in the time of Amarat, the solution would be to alter the flow of ether throughout the entirety of the star. The ancients accomplished this by summoning Zodiarch, sacrificing half of the star's population in the doing. But it should go without saying that such a sacrifice cannot be repeated. Which leaves us with the daunting task of identifying the underlying catalyst for the final days, a feat which even the Amaratines could not accomplish. Unfortunately, we have no clues in Mare Lamentorum. There's still much we do not know about the catastrophe itself, let alone what may have caused it. The final days were marked by the corruption of the Amaratines' creation magics, but we command no such power, which invites the question, what havoc is in store for us? If we knew that much, perhaps we could draw some parallel with the events of the past, and thereby form some semblance of a plan. Perhaps we should start with the Forum then. Having worked with the Loprits in secret all this time, there is surely more they can tell us. Yeah, and there is no secret to tell anymore.
Forgive the interruption, but I've urgent news. The Forum is holding public assembly in the plaza outside. Some sort of announcement.
Uh-oh. What is Father up to now?
There's only one way to find out.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I'm scared.
Oh.
Order! Order, I say! I thank you all for gathering here on such short notice. This day we must speak of grave affairs and their implications for the future of Sharlayan, nay, of this very star. Said affairs concern all citizens, and so we have called for a public assembly. You may have heard rumors of the Talopheroi and the havoc these madmen wreak abroad. Under normal circumstances, we would pay little heed to petty disturbances outside our borders. The final days, however, are another matter altogether. For we dare not ignore these prophetic words of Eld. The End-Bearers will come, ushering chaos and calamity. The final days descend and devour the very star.
You are gonna send them into a panic either way, I feel. This is... Oh my god. This is so very last minute.
I've never heard this prophecy.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it true? Will all that really happen?
Calm yourselves. The time has come to speak of the Forum's most sacred duties. But first...
Oh, the book.
Give voice to the voiceless. Let bindings be unbound. By unanimous decree, I declare the enchantment broken.
Oh, it's too late to tell them. Oh no.
Master Ysayeau, if you would.
Very well. "270 years ago, our forebears began an expedition in the Dravanian hinterlands, in search of a route to access the ethereal sea. This much is public knowledge. Their findings, however, would become the Forum's most closely guarded secret. What those researchers discovered in the hinterlands was not a passage unto the ethereal sea, but the very heart of our star, and Hydaelyn herself. She spoke to them of a calamity that would extinguish all life, and of a means by which we might be spared. The moon. 'Tis in truth a gargantuan vessel built to serve as sanctuary for her children and deliver them from this doom. Much like Nunkref's hope in ages past, it will bear the people of a world in the throes of death to a new home.
Needless to say, this will be no small undertaking. To facilitate the great work, the Forum has maintained close contact with the servants of Hydaelyn, who presently reside on the moon. Convinced that the foretold end was all but inevitable, we began amassing a wealth of knowledge, not merely for the betterment of our nation, but in preparation for the journey to come.
You reveal this to us now? By the gods, how long do we have?
Yeah. Yeah. They're gonna panic.
While we cannot say with certainty, we believe the hour to be nigh. We received a transmission from the moon suggesting as much not long ago. Which is why we must in earnest begin preparations for the great exodus. For his impressive contributions and the leadership he demonstrated during our withdrawal from Dravania,
Oh my god.
we have elected Master Ysayeau to oversee this initiative.
Fellow scribes and scholars, my countrymen, we face a threat of unprecedented scale. We must challenge the trials before us with composure and conviction if we are to find salvation. The wisdom of Sharlayan has ever been a shining beacon in the darkness, and so it shall continue to be. It is our solemn charge to see our heritage preserved for future generations. For those who will come after, we will brave a new frontier.
Administrative edicts will be relayed to all major institutions ere long. In the meantime, carry on with your duties. With that, I hereby call this assembly to a close.
Okay. Not what I expected. I thought they would go into panic, but I guess knowing, like, in the people of Charlene, they are like, oh, we know the Forum does best, I guess.
Do you remember what Mother told us when we visited home? That it wasn't until after we were born that Father seemed to lose himself in his work. If that great work of his was the evacuation of this star, then...
Yes. It wasn't for his benefit. Would you mind waiting here a moment? I wish to speak with Father before we leave.
Okay. Keep it civil, eh? Take your time.
Thank you. I shan't be long.
If it's all the same to you, I have a few choice words to share with Father as well.
Oh my god.
So, come to call us cowards and bid us join your fruitless battle against the inevitable.
Nay, we do not object to the Forum's proposal. On the contrary, those who wish to flee have every right to do so. Urianger is cooperating with your associates on the moon to ensure that all is ready should evacuation be our only recourse.
Then whatever your business, I suggest you be brief.
Though we cannot boast the boundless wisdom of Charlian, we have first-hand knowledge of foreign cultures and have conversed with no small number of peoples. These experiences have taught us fundamental truths that cannot be recorded in any tome, nor charted on any map. The beating heart of this planet is its people, many of whom would give anything, even their lives, to protect the lands they love. Many may choose to join you in the end. But what of those unwilling or unable, for whom escape will never be an option? What would you have them do? To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, Father. It is indolence.
Oh, the words of their grandfather.
This is why we choose to fight.
We'll not ask for your understanding, Father. Only that you don't turn a blind eye to the good we have done. That we can still do. We're not children in need of protection. Hold fast to your principles and let the world burn if it please. But we believe there is still another way. And if there is, we will find it. You see if we don't.
Oh.
Do as you will. Just stay out of our way.
Oh. I don't think he means that.
Were he not so consumed with self-righteousness, he might tell you how proud he is of you both.
Yeah, exactly.
Bold words call for bold action. And there'll be no turning to your father should plans go awry.
As if I ever would. So long as there are those who wish to stay and fight for this star, we have to do what we can to help them.
And if we're to do that, we'll need to be well rested. Wouldn't you agree? And having triumphed over what we once thought to be the source of all evil,
Oh my god.
I can think of no one in greater need of at least a dozen winks.
Shall we then? To the Annex. To prepare for tomorrow.
Okay. Crowd tells me the Forum made a rather momentous announcement, so there's to be a great exodus, is there? I'm reminded of my narrow escape from the Isle of Val. The realization, the running, the mixture of relief and regret after. Why me? I asked myself. Why me? Why us? Why now? Why wonder? There's no use in fretting over the cosmic morality or lack thereof. We're here, and we'll get through this together. And who knows? Maybe my luck will rub off and grant everyone a narrow escape. There's no harm in praying for as much. Oh, but enough of my rambling. I'm sure you're exhausted. Your chamber awaits. Thank you. What is this? Whoever could it be? Can I pick this, please? Oh my god. Holy shit. Like, why not, bruh? Grahetia?
Oh, apologies. I didn't mean to... If you could spare a moment before bed.
Okay! Sure!
Thank you. I fear this may be the last quiet night we have to talk for quite some time.
Oh.
I am troubled of late. Unwarranted concerns, perhaps. I hope. Nevertheless, I feel compelled to share them with you. Though you have bested your enemies thus far, Xenos and even Zodiac, your victories have come at a considerable cost to yourself.
Oh.
No one is without their limits, and you are no exception. I worry the added weight of the final days will prove more than you can bear.
Oh.
It is surely too much for any one woman. But you needn't bear it alone. Let me share your burden. My, carrying capacity pales in comparison to yours, but I could still help. Shoulder the occasional satchel from your ever-growing mountain of, baggage.
Oh my god.
You have already done so much to help relieve me of mine own encumbrances. 'Tis only fair that I repay you in kind.
Oh, please.
Of course, it needn't be only troubles we share. Moments of joy may seem few and far between now, but there will come a time when we look back fondly on this journey. The inquiry at the Forum, our march through the snows of Garlemald, our impromptu dinner in this very room. All of it. And that is to say nothing of the journeys yet to come. To the ends of the world and beyond.
And beyond.
But tomorrow will be no less busy than today, and I've kept you from your rest long enough. Sleep well, my friend.
Okay. Bye-bye. My heart. Short while earlier, in the Alamegan Quarter. Oh, is that Zeruntia?
Thank the gods that tower is gone. The sight of it was enough to make me sick.
Thank the Ilsebar contingent, more like. Word is, they fought their way into Garlemald and toppled the bloody thing themselves. Not just the one, neither. All the towers have up and vanished.
Aye, I heard the same. Commander Aldin and his troops helped keep casualties to a minimum, too. But is it true they brought back tempered Garlean soldiers?
As Commander Aldin tells it, they've a treatment for that now. But don't you worry. Cured or not, they've no plans to bring them into the city proper.
I see. Well, that's a relief then. I know we've brothers and sisters among the lot, but I can't say I'm eager to welcome them home.
Wanted to think about it for a while yet. But to be looked after in Alagana for the time being.
Euless. Is that Euless? What? Is that Euless? Meanwhile in Ishgard. Oh, Erinville!
Another day, another commission of paramount importance. Well, what have we here?
You okay? Ah!
Hey, are you all right? Was that? No. The shadows play tricks, nothing more. The towers are gone, and the Garlean threat is abated. Yet, why does it feel as though it's about to get much, much worse?
Is that in Thavnair? Oh shit! What? 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 To be in the main hall. God. Oh my god. I think the troubles are gonna start being worse from here. I'm so worried. Okay, well, I guess with everything that's happened on the moon and back, facing Xenos and Vandaniel, and meeting the Loprits and Urianger's duty to enlighten every one of the Loprits to ensure that our I guess the last resort being like having this exodus for the people coming to the moon. And now there's a new like looming much worse threat. I'm like really worried, and it looks like it started in Thavnair too. I really like that whole scene with with my Warrior of Light and Grahatia. I'll be sure to watch the other ones as well in my own time. So it was really good in that scene. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.